Hey guys, in this video I'm going to demonstrate how you can achieve superb environmental lighting in Character Creator by loading in your very own IBL images. And we'll also talk about how you can toggle the sky sync mode on and off separately to determine what you see in the background. This can be used to achieve certain lighting and environmental effects, and also to achieve DOF effects as well. First, you'll want to make sure that your key and rim lights are shut off so you can see the value adjustments more clearly. From there, in the Visual tab, activate IBL. There will be a default image there, and you can adjust the strength slider to create a more intense ambient light. You can also load in your own IBL images, but you'll need to make sure that they are either HDR or EXR formats. You can find a ton of free HDRI images online by just Googling free HDRI images. One site that I can personally recommend is hdrihub.com. Once you load in your custom HDRI image, you'll see a marked difference to the ambient light in your scene. From there, you can actually bring up a rotation gizmo to rotate your IBL image around in the background by holding Shift-I and using your mouse to rotate the gizmo once it appears. You can also enter in your values manually in the parameter fields, like I'm doing here. If you go to the Scene Manager and make your sky invisible, the HDRI map will then be replaced by a generic gray background. But if you go up to Windows and then Modify, it will pop back up and you'll be able to edit the map further once you deselect Sync Sky Image in the Visual tab to the left. Let's load a different IBL image here so you can see significant changes in the environmental lighting. Notice here that the IBL map is reflecting nicely off our character's shiny jumpsuit as I rotate the background around. However, notice that if I select the sky item in the Scene Manager and replace the image set in the diffuse channel, it will only affect the background and not the actual IBL results. If I want to return to the current image used in the IBL channel, then I can just go back to reselect the Sync Sky option, which will restore the original image. Now, if we deselect Sync again, we can open up the Adjust Color window to customize the background separately. Here you can see that we're blurring out the background for a sort of DOF effect. Notice, however, that the reflection on the shirt is staying sharp, since it's not synced with the sky map now. We can rotate the IBL map around, and despite the background looking blurry, we will retain a sharp IBL result and reflection on our character's clothing. Let's take another look at an example where we can adjust a totally different IBL map to conform to what the background image looks like. Here I've imported in a nightclub background JPEG file, which can't be used as an IBL background due to its format, and I'm going to adjust the transform values so that we can get a bit more definition in the background. This time we're going to adjust the values of our IBL map so the actual IBL light on our character is synced with what our JPEG background is showing. Notice here that I can mess around with the hue and saturation sliders to try to get an IBL value that mimics that which would be reflecting from this background. However, the reflection might seem a little sharp considering the relative blurriness of the background. We can adjust the softness slider to give a sort of a softer light effect that seems a bit more in tune with the background. From there I can simply flip the IBL image or adjust its orientation again by using the Shift-I hotkey until I'm satisfied with the result relative to my background.